What up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of King's Court. I'm your man, King Real. Thank y'all for joining in. Join as always with my man, Jay Money, and my man, Sippy Max. Man, what's up, bro?
What's up, y'all? Hey, I hope you guys, everybody doing good, man. Hope y'all been telling us, making some money with all three of us, man. We all, giving y'all gems on the show. So y'all watch the show, hit the like button, man, and tell a friend, man. What's up?
That part. What's up, Max?
What's up, guys? Wednesday, hump day today. We got a wild day yesterday with the Blazers game. We got two games today, very interesting games. Let's get into it.
No doubt, no doubt. We gotta pull up the chat, man. We gotta pull up the chat. Let me get it up. Unless one of you guys got it up, and you guys can start introducing people. I was going through some little stats real quick on the side, but I hear myself echoing. Y'all hear yourself echoing? I think it's probably because we got Jim coming on a little bit. Maybe it's the studio.
Yeah, I had heard
Yeah, I
mine a
hear
little bit on
myself
the last
echo.
show. Yeah, a little bit on this one. What's up, Joe? What's up, Joe Ramirez? What's up? You know what I'm saying? You know you down with the money game. What's up, Ricardo Gutierrez, MJ Harrington? What's up, Sean Watson? Huey Wynn. Yeah, I know how to say that, man. Yeah. What's she called? Lilium Pumpernickel. What the fuck? Not talk about your name. I don't know, man. No, I'm sorry. If that's your real last name, not to laugh at it. Damn, man. It's just unique. You know what I'm saying? Pumpernickel. But okay. What's up, RW? Gas Station Sushi. Gabriel, what's up, man? Everybody, man, tuning in. What's up, y'all? Yeah, we only got two games, but we finna get to it.
No doubt, no doubt. Let's welcome in our man, Big Eye Bubba, man, Daniel, Eddie, it's Jay On, That Fire TV, man. Everybody, man, welcome on in. EJ, Jay Diz, Liam, man, everybody, man, welcome on in to King's Court. The game start a little later today, so we can have time to go over yesterday's games and then bullshit around. We got our man Jimmy the Bag joining us too. I'm sorry, guys. I was looking down. I was trying to get some shit straight, get all my stuff right, man. I just got into the house probably 30 minutes ago, and I didn't get a chance to get everything out. But thank y'all. Welcome on in to King's Court. Everybody who's new to the show, we've been growing Molecular Ninja, Brian, everybody, man, Carlito, man, DK. Thank y'all. Welcome on in, man. Look, King's Court is an innovative show, man. Look, we've been around all season, and we watched ourselves grow. We had our ups, we had our downs, but we rebounded, man. And right now, we're working the playoffs. I mean, personally, on the 14th, I was like 30 and 17. And then those next 3 days, I really didn't have nothing. I mean, I had bets, but I don't have that added. But since 421, I started off 0-0. I'm 77 to 23, y'all. That's in play bets, straight bets, and prop bets. When I say we out here murdering shit, we murdering shit. You got my man Jay Money out here giving y'all plus money with the Utah Jazz of the day, cashing. You got my man Max over here dropping off dimes over this shit over here. So make sure y'all tune in, man. Stick with us for the rest of the playoffs, man. And Jay, the one thing I love right now, I'm hearing so many people, man, talking about in play and questions. This is something that I've been doing for about 4 or 5 years now when it comes to the NBA. But I love the fact that people are starting to understand how to in-play basketball and how to look at the lines that we kind of see. Like I get questions now, Jay, and I'm pretty sure you do, Max, and you do, Jay. Early on in the season, our questions were worded differently. Now you can tell people are learning from our show, man. They're coming to us on our DM list, and their questions are kind of like on par with us, OD. And it makes it feel good to know that we actually out here teaching, Jay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I get questions all the time, man. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Do you like this? Ooh, I'm like, hey, damn, I like that. Hey, how you thinking nice? You know what I'm saying? A lot of people hit me up saying, hey, we've learned a lot from the show. You know what I'm saying? As far as in play, is just looking at, you know what I'm saying, back to back spots, revenge spots, just all type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Second half bets. So it's nice to know that we, you know what I'm saying, teaching everyone. And I know I myself, I've learned a lot as well from you. You know what I'm saying, Max Ski, everybody, Jimmy, you know what I'm saying, even Loshak. So I've learned a lot this year, and it's really showed me, you know what I'm saying, how much I can make. It's almost make it seem like I was always doing small time shit, even though I've been doing it for 5 or 6 years. I really do feel like a professional now, you know what I'm saying, this year, and especially, you know, I never really just like save my money like that. Like I don't even have time to spend it. So I mean, yeah, it's been a real nice season, and I don't even want it to end. I was just telling somebody that today. I do not want to see the NBA go, man. I hate to see it being like two games a day. It's hurting me, man. I don't want it to be where it's one day without the NBA, man. So I'm gonna hate when the season go. I'm gonna be on summer league, boy, WNBA, all that shit heavy, man. So I ain't gonna be able to wait
Hey,
until next NBA season. We trying to really run it up for real.
Definitely trying to run it up. And Max, my man, and Jay, WNBA preseason starts May 10th, bro. That's one of my jewels right there, man. So, we're going to have to sit back and study as a group, us three, man, and get ready, man. May 10th, preseason WNBA kick off. And I'm already looking forward to these futures coming out, man. We predicted it last year. I predicted last year the store was going to win it, man. I got one for us this year as well, too. And our homegirl, man, Unknown, put me up on some game about a trade that may be going down. So we're gonna keep quiet about that. But if that trade go down, woo, something big happening in the WNBA, man. So a lot of you guys also WNBA will have games on CBS this year too. So a lot of you guys who frown on WNBA make fun of it, man. It's a very lucrative sport. Max, NBA, how did you feel yesterday, man? It was Dame time yesterday. That shot right there, bro, sent me through the roof, man. You guys know we was in playing the shit out that game, but Dame did Dame shit yesterday, Max. What do you guys say about the Blazers?
Man, that shot had me pissed than a motherfucker. I took the OKC money line live in play. I saw the momentum change, and I grabbed it really early, and the OKC went up by 50, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, this is a good spot right there." 7 minutes left, they were up by 15 points, and around 4 minutes, they were up by 10. And then they started choking, and Damian Lillard started to hit those shots. Last two possessions by OKC. The third last possession by OKC were Paul George, where he got to the free throw line and he missed both free throws. And the last two were handled by Russell Westbrook, which had me really pissed because he shouldn't have the ball at that point. And Dame pretty much dribbles up the court, sidesteps, hit the shot. Really nice. I mean, they played really good. He dropped 50. If you drop 50, then you pretty much deserve to win. And every shot he took was really nice. He was confident. But yeah, it sucks for me to lose that OKC money line. I got it at a pretty good price. But there was a crazy game, man. Not much to say about that game. Well played, Blazers.
No doubt, Jay Money, man. It was Dame time yesterday, bro. I mean, what you gotta say? They said it was a bad shot. It's funny how Paul gonna say it's a bad shot. I mean, we play NBA. No, we didn't play NBA, Jay, but I mean, we play ball and shit. So I mean, logically, it is a bad shot. But all the shots that you see Westbrook that goddamn series, you don't have to never call that a bad shot. And I mean, this is not a bad shot no more in the NBA. This is becoming a shot. Like I said, all year, seems like the Nets, the Sixers, the Atlanta Hawks, they've been shooting back. They practice that, the 4-point line, and they practice. So that's in Dame's game. And we see Curry do it. I'm pretty sure we see Curry do it tonight and Harden a few times tonight, Jay.
I don't really have to say, you know what I'm saying, too much, man. That's the whole thing. You don't got to say, the gift. It was Dame time last night, man. Hey, and it was tough. You know what I'm saying? The -4 didn't cover for the, but still just happy for the Blazers. And I told y'all, OKC was gonna come out, man. That first quarter, first half, man. It's crazy. This shit been cashing. These motherfuckers been. I mean, you know that they probably gonna lose the game, but you know they gonna come out firing. You know what I'm saying? And then the halftime, full time prop cash as well. It's crazy because that shot cashed that prop. You know what I'm saying? So it was a pretty crazy game, man. But to see OKC being up, it actually looked like they wanted to take that game and to let it squander away like that's pretty tough. I mean, game winning shot or not, I was looking at it when it's going down the seconds. I think it was like 115 or 113, 109 or 108 or something. I'm like, damn, they finna win that shit. Look back at it again, shit, boy, it was tied up. I knew then that they deserved to lose. I mean, you just can't lose that lead, especially when you already looking at 3-1. You could possibly make it 3-2. Go back to the house, win that one, make it go game 7. So I mean, if they really had it in them, I feel like they should have put their foot on their neck. So I mean, in Portland or not, you up by 15, but Dame Lillard, man, 50 points, 3 steals, a block, 6 assists. Come on, man, 5 rebounds. Come on, man, that was fucking nice there. But 10 threes. You got to give it to them. They earned it, man. It was Dame time last night, and I'm happy for the Blazers. I feel like they somewhat redeemed themselves, you know what I'm saying, out of finally getting out of the first round of the playoffs.
I hear you there. And I mean, real quick, the last final thoughts about that game, real quick. Jay, it was phenomenal, bro. I mean, I took the Blazers myself in play. I think it was +7. Tweeted that out. I didn't have the first quarter or first half, but then I ended up taking the first half +1. I cashed on it, but sorry for everybody for that last minute shot before halftime. We killed everybody who had the -2 Blazers. That was a tough shot right there. But We have the man of the hour, man. We got to introduce him right here. I got to talk to him about his Raptors, and they advanced yesterday. They kicked their ass yesterday as well. Our man Jimmy the Bag is joining us. And Jimmy, real quick, man, you've been doing a phenomenal job on the show by yourself. I don't know if anybody told you that or not, bro, but you've been kicking ass by yourself and rocking it. Bro. So, great job. And if you guys have not checked out Jimmy the Bag Show, make sure you check it out. All the new followers to King's Court and stuff like that, make sure you check out the Bag Show if you don't check it out. He breaks down everything. Welcome in, Jimmy.
Thank you guys, man. As you guys know, this is not that my show is not fun, but there's just so much work and grinding that goes into it. When I get to roll with you guys, J Money, Max, King, put a little something in my cup and have some fun capping. Man, you know, when you messaged me yesterday during the day, King, about the Raptors game, and when I was explaining to you why I thought I should take the Magic early in this game, the more I started talking about how I think my heart's getting in the way, all of the failures of years past are getting in the way, I started realizing that I was sort of making a mistake. And that's when I said, don't go with your gut, go with your plan. And it was a mistake. If you follow Toronto sports, you are used to losing. And that just gets in the way of things. Now I'm born and raised in Vancouver, but when it comes to a basketball situation, you know, obviously the Grizzlies were a joke and the Raptors have been the team that we've all been cheering for and following. When it comes to the NHL, it was very easy to take the Bruins over the Leafs. It was very easy to fade Toronto, and I guess it got in the way of my capping where I basically didn't even cap, because you said to me, are you watching these games? I mean, like, and you didn't say it in a negative way, but you were just saying, and you gave me a bunch of numbers, and you were like, the Raptors are going to destroy this team. And still, just the constant stench of losses hangs over us, and it affected my capping. But glad to see them move on. I think they take care of I think we're going to move on. I think we'll be in the conference finals. I'm looking forward to match up against the Sixers.
That's my next thing. Since we have some time, and I want to actually talk about we'll talk about the series bets real quick with these teams before we actually break down the other games. Jay, you was on it yesterday too, man. That over in that game. I mean, we hammered the under in that game yesterday, and we see the Raptors, and they put in work and handled that defensive wise. Luckily, our guys get to hop on some in-play lines with the Magic at plus 29 and plus 30, so you made some money back on that end. But you see how the Raptors performed yesterday, how they came out with a little aggression. Raptors, Sixers, bro. Your first initial thought. Do you see a sweep here? I don't see a sweep here, but I still see the Raptors walking away with a 4-2 type of series. Your thoughts on that, Jay?
Yeah, I'm thinking 4-2 or could possibly even go to 7. I mean, we know that the Raptors, it takes a little time for them to figure another team out. So I definitely don't think it's gonna be no damn sweep. You know what I'm saying? Especially, I think the Philly are gonna win. You know what I'm saying? I could definitely see those winning, see them winning at 3 and 4. You know what I'm saying? Winning their games at the house. I could definitely see that. So I think that one could probably go to 7, man. If the Raptors, if they're not on their shit, man, the 76ers could possibly knock them out, man.
Max, your take on that, man. What you see that series going? You see a sweep? You see 7 games, 6 games, 5? What's your take on it? Initial thought on the series?
Initial thought, I actually have the Raptors to win that and go towards the conference finals. I don't see a sweep here. 76ers are a pretty physical team. They outmatch most of the players on the Raptors team. But as Jay said, Raptors usually need a game or two to figure things out. I see this game, it should go about 6 games, maybe even 7. But it's really hard to guard Kawhi Leonard over 7 games of series. He's going to break through on 2 or 3 games there. And he's the actually most experienced player on the roster for the Raptors, and he's way more experienced than anybody on the Philly 76ers team, except Jimmy Butler. He has some kind of experience from the Bulls period. But I see this game going about this series going to game 6, game 7. Embiid could be a problem here. Gasol is a bit older. It should be a really fun matchup. Gasol is the better shooter, but the better post player is Embiid. But Harris have been playing really well for the 76ers. The last 3 games, he's been knocking down the shots. JJ Redick even came through. It's all about how much is Kyle Lowry gonna choke. If he shows up, it should be a 6 around 4-2 victory there. But if he doesn't show up, the 76ers are going to be super aggressive, push the pace. That's kind of how I see the series going down.
No doubt, Jimmy. That same question for you. How do you see this series unfolding, and how do you look at that Kawhi Butler matchup? I'm pretty sure that's what they're gonna put them on. I mean, who unless you put Simmons on Kawhi, which I don't think you do that. It most likely be Butler. What do you take on? What's that matchup? How do you look at that matchup?
Bill here, Bill Papastolu says it right. The Philly size will give the Raptors some problems. There's no doubt about that. So, I mean, Kawhi will be our difference maker. From the 5 and the 4, we have no problem. Gasol and Ibaka can do a lot of different things. We got Siakam that can do a lot of different things. The problem comes down to what do you do with Lowry, and then who do you move over to the 2? That's going to be a problem. It's just going to be a problem. I guess we're not playing Gasol and Ibaka often on the court together, and we won't be doing that much against the Sixers, depending on certain. The problem at this point, the way I see it, is Lowry, and then Van Fleet. That's a problem. It's a problem that we're going to have. I mean, at this point, I've got to sit down and sort of study it more. I mean, we're going to have a real problem with the size of our point guards at this point, and that's something that Simmons has been able to exploit. What do you guys see? How do you guys see us handling Lowry and Van Fleet?
My whole thing is, I think it's Simmons. I think it goes on Simmons right now. How healthy can Embiid be? I think playing this team, they're going to bang with him. Toronto's going to hit him. And what I see from Siakam, bro, in this series he just played right now, bro, I think he's phenomenal. The way he played the Magic, and the Magic are big as well, too. And he went out there and performed against Vujicic and the rest of them guys. And what I like about Gasol is, who do you think Gasol, that's something I have to touch on. Gasol, he was bringing a defense, the big man outside the paint in that series. He was dropping down and hit a couple of threes. A big man that could do that, especially a seasoned veteran, he knows how to defend that. So when the Philadelphia 76ers use that same tactic against Embiid against this thing, they'll be able to, if Gasol's on the court, he should be able to defend that. He should already know what to look for because he's been doing that a lot in his career, especially late on in his career. So I like that matchup. To me, the key players for Toronto, I have none of my faith in Lowry. Kawhi. Need to see what Lowry does first game 1, game 2, how he performs. I'll let you know how they do at the guard spot. And I need to see a lot from Siakam, that same intensity I seen from him in his last series. If I see that right there, I mean, Raptors walk away with it. Those two guys are keys. And it's 420. I'm going to let Jay answer that question. Max answer that question. But make sure it's 420, man. Y'all hit y'all dabbies. Y'all light y'all joints. Y'all rolling slow. You grab your things. Whatever you got to do to smoke, smoke. Right now, where I'm from, I don't have no weed except for my little joint. I can't smoke that on camera. But 7-Eleven does deliver alcohol now. The dispensaries deliver weed. You can call a hooker to your house, and I work from home. I never have to leave again. I never have to leave the house again. I swear, do everything from home. But Jay, how you feel about it, man? It's 420 on Kings Court.
Yeah, Larry, this is the thing with the Raptors. We could cap them all day long. We don't know what we're going to fucking get from Larry. I do admit, though, I mean, Larry and Van Fleet are very small. I'm talking about, well, you know what Westbrook be doing? Like, he Taluya. That's what Simmons could do to them. But, I mean, at the end of the day, Simmons, like as we know, he got to push. I've said it a million times this year. He has to push it in pace, push the pace. I mean, he could dunk all over either one of them, maybe try to get it in post. I mean, he could post up either one of them with the ease. But, I mean, when it comes to shooting, no. Simmons, he needs to be locked into the gym when it comes to that. But, I mean, Larry, we don't know if we're going to get with him mentally. That's why I'm not a fan of Larry. I don't like it being iffy. You know what I'm saying? I want to know what the hell I'm going to get. Leonard don't go out there and say nothing. You know what you're going to get out of him every single night, and he's probably going to be the difference maker. But just to answer that question, it's tough, man. We can cap it all we want, numbers. We can crunch the numbers all we want. We still don't know because Larry, we saw it in this past series versus Magic that he'll try to get, you know what I'm saying, get cooking or whatever. But we saw him where he can't buy a fucking basket as well, man. So I don't know. This one I'll have to take game by game.
No doubt. Max, your final take on this before we get to this Houston game.
Yes, sir. I actually have a pretty good point, in my opinion. Ben Simmons is a more physical player. He has the edge when it's come to rebounding, assists, because he probably has a little better court vision because he's a bigger guy. He got the edge in rebounding, but one thing I'm thinking that Simmons usually get into some kind of foul troubles, and Kyle Lowry is an excellent offensive charge taker. We've seen him; he takes probably around 3 or 4 charges per game, so that could be a factor. If Ben Simmons is playing super aggressive, Lowry is a guy who's willing to offer his. He doesn't give a fuck about his body. He will take those charges. He's a bit shaken up, but he could walk it off. That's what I'm seeing. But Philadelphia, they are a much more physical team, but as I said, it's really hard to guard Kawhi over a 7-game series. He's going to break through on 1 or 2 or 3 games there. And if you look at the stats, Raptors are the better 3-point shooting team. So if you guys saw the Nets versus the Philadelphia first game where Embiid didn't really want to bang in the post, he just started shooting those threes. Yeah, then Raptors going to go up 2-0 really fast. It's all about the game plan they have. Nick Nurse have gotten better with time, so I'm really excited for this matchup. But yeah, if it's Ben Simmons versus Kyle Lowry, physicality, Ben Simmons wins. But he's still young. Ben Simmons has a lot to learn. Hopefully, Mr. Kyle Lowry uses his basketball IQ in this series.
No doubt, Jimmy. Any follow up to that before we move on to the next? And see, this is your team right here. So I think to me, you my Raptors expert. But any take on what Max said or what Jay said?
First off, I like what everybody said. Max is right. Lowry will have to use his brains, and he's smart. He'll have to use his brains when dealing with Simmons. I feel like we have an advantage, Green, Redick. I mean, Redick can get hot outside. I think that you're right, King, saying that Siakam is the biggest difference maker in this series. He can do more things than Tobias Harris, and Harris has stepped up in the playoffs. But Siakam is an enormous difference maker, and no matter when we lose Kawhi this summer, Usai will have a job because of his drafting and because we have Siakam on our team. He's an enormous X factor that if we didn't have, we'd be in big trouble. I think the biggest, having Siakam and Kawhi is the reason why this won't take 7 games for the Raptors to win. Raptors are going to win this series. Embiid with his injured knee. Gasol, you touched on how smart Gasol is out there on the floor, defensively and offensively. If the issue really comes down to getting Simmons in foul trouble, because that's a mismatch right now. It's just, there's no other way to put it. It's a mismatch, and it's a problem. But I see the Raptors taking care of the Sixers comfortably. I don't think it goes to 7 games. And then hearing the guys in the chat liking the Celtics to beat the Bucks. I mean, we got to talk about tonight's games, but now the playoffs start for real in the East now. Get the bums out of the way, and let's see some great basketball, and that's what we're going to see. But I think the Raptors handle the Sixers with relative ease.
Hey, I hope so, and I hope that's the game plan for me, man. We'll get to these capping. I know the chat getting restless, so we'll get to capping these games right now before everybody books close on them on the late situation. But Rockets, Jazz, man. Rockets, Jazz. Jay, I heard what you had to say, and Jimmy, I heard your take on it. Max, I need to know what side you leaning on over here, man, because I'm a little off over here. I mean, I'm looking more towards the James Harden prop at over 50. It's a bet that I already took at over 50 as points, rebounds, and assists. That's a play that I'm looking for. I'm trending towards this in play in this first half. Well, I think the Rockets will still win, but I want to in play it. And the key is I heard Jay say he don't think Capella's a factor. I think Capella's a huge factor, man. Capella has 43 rebounds in this series. Gobert has 41. Favorites has 33. Not another player on the Rockets team have 30 rebounds. I mean, the next closest person is James Harden with 28. Fareed, who will be taking most of the playing time from him, only has 19 rebounds in the entire series. Jazz is winning the offensive rebounding already 45-34. So that 8.5 and that early half line just kind of scared me off because it's letting me know right there the main reason why the Vikings are even really in here right now is because the Jazz are a better rebounding team, but it's Capella. He snatched 43 rebounds by himself. I mean, he's literally giving his team second chance points. I've seen it over and over again. And even when Harden drives, he's the guy that Harden throws it up. He's not really a good passer once he get right to the paint. So he's going to get that little lob to him. Take him out the game. It's a different ball game now with favorites that go Gobert down there. They should be able to kind of double team for Reed. That's my take. I mean, I heard you, Jay, and I heard you, Jimmy. I just want to hear what Max say before you get up the line.
Yes, this for sure is a bounce back game for James Harden. But as I talked about when we was recapping the game last time, I'm really worried about the Houston Rockets offense. The last two away games is pretty much Harden dribbling towards the basket, and he's doing this floater thing. It's like a pass sometimes to Capella, or he just go for the. When he goes for the basket, he actually gets blocked like 3 or 4 times by Gobert, and he's it feels like he's pretty afraid of him to drive. So but I started to thinking was Ricky Rubio might be letting this dude drive towards the basket because the percentage are showing that he's missing a lot more than what he's making. Of course, he's shooting those threes, but every time he goes towards the basket, he pretty much has 2 choices. Put it up or give it to Capella. And when he goes for when he's trying to put it in by himself, Gobert gets there. He either bothers the shots or he blocks it, or Harden straight up misses it. Last game, they are relying too much on their 3-point shot for them to win the games. But the Jazz played really amazing last game. You have to give credit to them. But I'm on the Rockets here on this game. A couple of stats here. Rockets #1 team in the NBA when it comes to winning first quarter. This season they win about average of 3 points. At home they win with an average of 3.6 points. Utah this season, when they win with an average of 1.3 points, and then at away court they lose by 1.8 points. I got the Houston Rockets really early today, first quarter minus the 3. It's not a huge bet for me, but I'm rocking with it. And I haven't pulled the trigger yet, but I'm also leaning towards Houston first half. It was at -5 this morning. I think it's at -5.5 now. I might in-play it. Rockets this season are the number 2 team in the NBA when it's come to winning the first halves. This season they average the wins by 4.3 points, and at home they win by 5.9 points. Last 3 games they actually won the first half by 5 points. So it was at -5, now it's at -5.5, kinda iffy. Jazz this season. When they win by 3.5 points, and away they win by 0.6. Last 3 games they lost by -5 points the first half since they faced the Rockets each and every time. So it's hard for me to pick the Rockets first half when it's so close, and I could actually take them full game. I think they're gonna win this game. They can't be bullshitting around. Golden State, they're going to win tonight. They're pretty much set. This is the second round. Golden State versus the Houston Rockets. They cannot afford to lose one more game, which means that the other team will get a couple of more days in rest. So they can't really be fooling around tonight. I see the Rockets win tonight. I'm leaning towards the -8 full game.
No doubt. Jay, you want to follow up?
Yeah, and I didn't say that Capella wasn't a factor. I think Jimmy was asking me, was his illness going to be a factor? Because I mean, he's still playing out there, so we still got him out there. But he was just asking me as far as do he think that him being ill, his illness is going to be a huge factor in the game? And I told him that I didn't think so. As long as he's out there, I mean, it's not like he's a shooter or anything. He's really just out there pretty much just for rebounding and catching those lob dunks. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we need from him. And like I told him, we need the shooters. We need them to knock down their their shots tonight, man. Obviously, we need Harden to play a little bit less hero ball. If he is going to play the hero ball, at least be making your threes or getting fouled or something. Don't just hold the ball and don't do shit with it. If that's the case, you could be past somebody else. Or, you know what I'm saying? It almost make you forget about Chris Paul because the ball in Harden hands. So, I mean, so much like, damn, he the point guard. What, Chris Paul, a shooting guard now? But we know that they, whenever Harden sits, then, you know what I'm saying, that's when Paul running the show. But, hey, apparently they got it figured out, you know, and I think that they could upset in the next round, but that's a whole nother thing. But tonight, I feel like they take care of business, man. I think they come out here early and often, and it's crazy because the full game spread hadn't really moved a whole lot. It's been it was 8 most of the day, then went up to 8.5. I mean, depending on which book, it might be still back down at 8 or 8.5 again. But that first quarter, then moved from 3 to 4. You know what I'm saying? And then the first half, then moved to 4.5 to 5.5. So them to move a whole point, that makes me feel really good. You know what I'm saying? I got those early. I got them at 3.5 and at 3 and 3.5 for the first quarter, and 4.5 and 5 for the first half. So I mean, I know it's moved up, but in theory, the Rockets should come out here very pissed off, especially getting held to 91 points in Game 4 versus the Jazz. So I mean, I know the Jazz maybe it seemed like maybe they figured out a way to guard the Rockets, but I mean, they just been missing their shots. We know that they usually make them at the house, so we'll just have to see what happens. But I'm definitely on the Rockets first quarter, first half, and I also need that over come in for me. And remember, Jimmy, last time we was on that over, man, we got lucky as shit. I hope that shit happen again, man. Let's ride this over.
Hey Jimmy, I'll take your take on it before I finish it up. But yeah, Jay's right about that over. I'm on the over as well too. And just real quick, the reason why I didn't take the first half is because the last 3 games, Rockets are averaging 55 first half points. Jazz are averaging 50. A little too close for me. When it comes to the first quarter, Rockets are averaging 30. Actually, I think up a little bit, and the Jazz are averaging 27. It's just a little too close for me in an elimination game. I mean, that's the reason why I'm off of them. I will in-play the first half, and I will be live, everybody, on my Periscope after we get off of the show for the first quarter of Rockets game. I've usually been doing. But Jim, your take on this game, man? How do you feel about that prop?
I'm going over all the props right now, and to me, the prop that's just screaming at me is Rudy Gobert over 12.5 points. It's screaming at me. The only way the Jazz have a chance is if he's in the teens. It's screaming at me. Now it's minus 135 at my book, but it has to be the play. Rudy Gobert over 12.5 points. I'm going to need to bet right now. The only way the Jazz have a chance is if they control the paint and get some outside shooting. And they're not getting any outside shooting from Inglis. He's doing nothing for them. He's just he's so slow, and it's getting exploited by the Rockets. And it doesn't matter how smart Inglis is, it's just he's being exploited out there. The first thing I'm gonna do, and sorry, while I was listening to you guys, I was looking at these props. This is just jumping at me. I've got to jump on this right now. Jimmy. What do you guys think? Gobert over 12.5 points.
I love that. I love that prop. I mean, I've actually taken 2 props in this game. I don't have the Gobert prop for me on my William Hill. I haven't looked at the other one yet. Actually, I have Gobert. Mine is 24, so that means 24 points and rebounds. I kind of like that one too, Jim. I didn't think of it that way, especially how I was breaking down the Jazz rebounding. I took the James Harden over 50.5 points, rebounds, and assists. I think we got to get a big game from Harden, especially after we've seen how Dame performed last night. This is a league of copycat league where everybody wants to upstage the other person. So that's part of the reason why I took the Harden one. Excuse me. I also took the Rockets first at 15. So many people on the Rockets first quarter. To me, I correlate that with the fact that the Rockets are a first quarter team. I expect them to get up early at home. So the first at 15, I hung the minus 170 of it though, Jim. I mean, it's a steep bet at minus 170. But that was my favorite prop that I saw was the Rockets first at 15. But your Gobert one, I like that a lot. Your take on that,
Yeah, the Gobert, I would look towards the points and rebounds. The points, I mean, he could still get it, but maybe that's why I don't play the props, man. I don't know. I just don't want to lay no damn 135 on no damn prop, but it's just, I don't know, man. I feel like the props, if anything, why it can't be like minus 115 or minus 120 at the highest, man. I just hate that they be juicing them. So I think that's what pisses me off with them. But I would look towards the points plus the rebounds because I mean we know that he gonna get probably 10 rebounds for sure. I mean damn near automatic. You know what I'm saying? We know he gonna get the boards. I feel like even if he's slacking on the points, he's gonna the boards are given. You know what I'm saying? Where he could not get as many points. So I feel like the points and rebounds would definitely be the play.
No doubt. Hey, real quick, great bet, Tom. Tom Daly said Harden double is plus 120. I love that, Jimmy. I think that's a great prop bet, and I've been smashing prop bets. I love prop bets in the playoffs. And Jim, my man Max is a prop better too. So yeah, I don't know if you want to run your question by him as well, but I like that double plus 120, Jim and Max.
Yeah, sorry.
I
Yeah,
kinda
sorry.
like it
Wasn't
as
if you're
well.
going to max, but yeah, the Harden double at plus 120 is real nice. That's real nice. That's a great look by Tom. Great look, and the defensive or the negativity towards the Gobert point prop. Now, I my book doesn't give me points and rebounds, so I can just make a points bet in my book. But the negativity towards about him only scoring 4 points, they did not need him. And when the Jazz are going to need action down the stretch when it's important, I mean, he played 23 minutes. They were in complete control down the stretch. He was dealing with some foul trouble. I think if this game is coming down, if the Jazz are in this game, then Gobert will get over 12.5 points. I think that the Harden double is gorgeous though, because you're getting a plus 120 line. Rico Roxa says Gobert doesn't score, so the points and rebounds sound better. I get that. And to be honest, just like you guys are saying, the minus 135 is not nearly as appealing as the plus 120. I think I'm going to jump on both. I think they both make sense. Harden double and Gobert over points. I think those are, at this point, I know we got 21 minutes, so I don't need to force it, but at this point, those are the moves I'm going to make.
I like it. Max, your take on the props, man. You my guy who I go to for props too, Max. You've been hammering them as well.
Yeah, I really like the James Harden today double. If they gonna win tonight, they need to be sharing the ball, and he drives towards the basket, kicks it out. One prop I actually like more than that is Clint Capella over 1.5 assists. I got it at plus 115. Really small bet, nothing too huge. By Rudy Gobert. As you guys were saying, he only got 4 points last time, but Jimmy pretty much explained why. If it's a close game, yeah, but I haven't looked into too much of those stats on him per se, so I can't really give an honest answer there. But I like the Harden double. I might myself take it, but I'm right now on the Clint Capella over 1.2 assists. He needs to get 2 dimes.
I like that one. Unfortunately for me, I don't have one of those type of bets you guys have. I'm a degenerate too, so I will be betting all that type of shit. I love plus money, man. And if you just tell me I need an assist, that's how much shit I do in football. They be like over 1.5 field goals in the game. Man. To me, I take it. I know it's a sucker bet, but I'm a sucker for it, and I always bet shit like that. So over 2 assists in a basketball game, that's not hard to get. That's a huge steal the man running. And you pass him the ball in the transition, he get a basket up. That's the quick assist right there. So it's easier in basketball. So I like that a lot. But my final plays on this game is I'm taking the Rockets minus 8.5 full game. I am on 8.5 full game. When it comes to first quarter and first half, I'm staying off. I will be live on here when the game kick off, and we'll end that first half. Try to get a better line for us. We can find one on either side. And I'm on the over in this game at 214. It was at 213. Now it's over 215. So the line's been moving. One of part of my strategy is to bet over the elimination games. Usually teams are at home though. Situations like that they perform, kind of like the last game we saw. That game I thought was going to go over as well, but the Rockets scored 12 points in the fourth quarter. If you go back and watch that game, Harden kind of stopped shooting. Kind of see the rest of his team gave up already. Like, well, we go home. And so he didn't take no shots like that. So that one didn't go over. But tonight, Jazz fighting for their life. They got a little bit of offense last game. They have a little bit of spark still. Should feel good about themselves coming up to win, feel confident. I'll see. So rocking with the over. Rockets minus 8.5. Harden prop over 15.5. And Rockets first to 15. Those are my plays. Jay, your play. And my wife gets to hit them right on the board. So, but we'll see back. Hopefully she gets on the board in time.
Yeah, I'm on the Rockets on the first quarter, minus the 3.5. I'm on the first half, Rockets minus the 5, and then I'm on the over. I got it at 213.5.
Mr. Max.
I'm on the Rockets first quarter -3, and I'm actually going to take the Rockets first half -5. Rockets full game minus the 8. Capella over 1.5 assists, and I'm thinking I'm probably gonna tail J Money on that over 213.
No doubt, Jimmy. Your final plays on this one, and you great with watching the chat, Jim. So if you see any good questions come out here, man, please shout them out to us because I'll be just trying to do the show and keep it going. I get caught up in the lingo.
Well, I guess you guys are right with your trepidation about Gobert points. I guess you're right. And the 24.5 is points and rebounds here. And I want to take it. I want to take Gobert over 24.5 points and rebounds because that's the only chance they hide. Bob Brockett says that they have. Bob Brockett says 24.5 is too high. Rebounds, maybe that's the focus. Rudy Gobert, 11.5 rebounds. Right now, I'm only on the over in this game, but I got talked off of the Jazz to cover during the low bag late show with the chat and with you, with Jay Money and with you, King, in the chat. It talked me off of it. But I guess when it comes down to it, if I'm going to make a prop, and I'd love to take English 2.5 threes, but he's been so shitty that it's at 1.5 at -190. I'm not going to take that. I got 17 minutes to make this decision. I will jump on the Harden double-double prop. I like that look. But I'm also going to make a move on Rudy Gobert. I just got to figure out whether I want to go points and rebounds, or just rebounds. I'm going to make that decision in the next 5 or 10 minutes and let you guys know.
Yeah, you know what? That's fucked up, though. My book only give me, they making me get 50-point prop for points, rebounds, and assists. That's basically saying the man got to have a goddamn triple-double. They want to give me a -110. Y'all only got to get a double-double for a +115. I feel cheated. I feel violated. I feel like my manhood is being played with a tested right here, man. I'm going to have to follow me in the book, man. I have to get you one of the computers, man, and reroute some shit. I need some of that money, man. I'm going to have to
Hey, I'm looking for one right now.
They ain't giving me a perfect lines out here, Jay. But, Jay, let's get into it, man. This game, Golden State, I feel an ass kicking coming on over here, bro. Our man Clay said it at the last game. He said, we owe our team a game. I mean, we owe our city a game after that loss we gave them. Up by 31, and you lose that game. When Clay said that shit, Clay meant that shit. Golden State ain't fucking around. KD is a turked it up. After all the talk, Jay, with the Patrick Beverly, KD talk, the bullshit like that, bro. I'm on Golden State first half plus my -9. It's at -9 now. I got him at 8.5. It's -9 now, so I still promote that. I got some free stats I bring out. Hey, I want to hear your take on this game, man. Do you think somebody puts foots to asses tonight?
Man, it's a bunch, especially for a first time. I mean, I know they're gonna be super pissed, and we know that they're a much better team. I still don't think the Clippers are just gonna lay over and just let them blow them out. But the last time they were here, you know what I'm saying, that they did lose that game. So like he's right, they do owe them a game. I'm sure they're gonna come out super motivated and pumped. It's a little too high. I don't think I've ever took I can't say that, but I've done it with the Raptors. But I mean, they can cover. It's just I'm not personally on it. I still like it to cover. It's just it's getting up there. They should be pretty pissed though, but I just don't think that the Clippers are that much of a pushover. I mean, you give them damn near 10 points just for the first half. If they had anything, they could possibly come out firing. So that's the reason I stayed away from the spreads in this one. I still like Golden State the first quarter and first half. I like it for it to be a total blowout. It's just I hadn't got there yet. I still got a bunch of time to bet it, but I don't know. It's one I just stay away from. And even the full game, I still think they'll blow them out, but I'm hoping we see points here, man. So this is one I can't say. I will have to in play, see how they come out and play, but I need buckets here. I'm not scared that the spread has been bet down. It's a lot of people looking at the last game saying, oh, they only scored 218 points. This one will go way under. Now I think Golden State gonna turn up tonight. And what do we see when they turn up? They usually hit threes like this. They have 40-point quarters, all type type of shit. So I'm hoping we see them go for like 130, 140 tonight. Then we only need a little measly 100 points from the Clippers, which I think they get.
Hey, real quick, Max, before you chime in, hey Jay, I see baskets here too. I didn't take the over. I was really leaning towards the over. I did not take it. But the touch of the first half, part of the reason why I want to support my first half is Golden State last 3 games have averaged 69 points. Clippers last 3 games have averaged 52. To me, that's an easy cover. That's something we've been doing in the past few games besides that loss, especially after that loss. I believe they were doing that loss tonight when the Clippers came back. So, hey, they have no. I don't believe the Clippers have the fight in them. But Max, your take.
I'm gonna give you the stats before I go in on this game. Golden State Warriors are a really good first quarter team this season. When they win the first quarter, they win by 3 points. At home, they win by 2.6 points. But the last 3 games, they actually won the first quarter by 10 points. So, pretty dominant there first quarter. Clippers this season lose the first quarter by 0.3 points, and away they lose by 0.9 points. Golden State, first half this season, they win by 4 points. At home, they win by 3.8 points. Last 3 games, they actually won the first half by 17 points. So, averaging wins by 17.3 points first half, pretty safe. But the first half was pretty high on this game. -9, it could be a backdoor cover. Clippers always play better the second and the third quarter and the beginning of the game. But Clippers first half this season, they lose by 0.1 point, and away they lose by 2.4 points. Last 3, as I said before, they have lost by an average of 17.3 points. As King said, Clay said they own the fans a game. They know they can't be fucking around tonight because Houston is also playing. And they pretty much will get the news. I think when their game starts, Houston's game should almost be finished. So they should be pumped. They know who they're going to face in the next round. They can't afford any mistakes here. So I took the Golden State first quarter minus the 5. I think it's at minus 5.5 now. I wouldn't recommend to take that, but you could always in-play it. I took the minus 5 pretty early today. And I actually took Golden State Warriors third quarter minus 3.5. They are the best team in the NBA when it comes to the third quarter. They win by an average of 3.0 this season, and at home they win by 3.9 points. Clippers this season lose by 1.2 points, and away they lose by 1.8 points. So I got the Golden State Warriors third quarter minus 3.5. I took it. And I also lean towards the over. We're gonna see buckets tonight. We've seen it before the earlier games. It should be the same thing here. So my official plays for this game is Golden State first quarter minus 5, Golden State third quarter minus 3.5. I lean towards the first half minus 9. I haven't took it yet, and I lean also towards the over 232 points.
No doubt. Jimmy, your take on this too. Before you respond, Jimmy, you know what I was kind of looking for, Jim? I was thinking of with Lou Williams being basically that's their top scorer. You want to say Lou, what's his name, Harold? He had that ball as well too. He's their top 2 scorers. Were you thinking that maybe they sent the rookie and play Lou tonight, or that didn't cross your mind, Jim?
My first instinct is that Lou steps up. But 21.5 points is already being juiced to the under. So I could understand that the future is shy, and shy at over 12.5. It's too dangerous in Oakland for shy. And Lou Will has 2 girlfriends for a reason. That doesn't mean I'm going to take the over 21.5 on him. And I came close to taking the Clippers team total under 108.5. But even that gives me trepidation. Looking at the player props, the Lou Williams 21.5 points is juiced to the under because of what people have seen from him game 3 and game 4. And Lou's a thug. Lou's afraid of nothing. Lou's not going into Oakland down 3-1 saying, oh, I had 2 bad games at home in LA. if you guys agree with it, I think I take the Lou Williams over 21.5 prop.
Jimmy,
I agree
that's
with I
golden.
agree with you, Jimmy. And the last time I had 2 girlfriends, I had 2 kids around the same time. Imagine putting 2 strollers of white Air Force Ones on in Oregon when it's always raining. I was not fly, so now I'm a one-woman man. One-woman man. But anyway, I can appreciate that right there, Jimmy. I like the Luke passing out right there, bro. Hey, how y'all feeling? What's your take on this right here? What Jimmy just said?
Yeah, I see that in my book. And I guess I do. I guess I do got a nice little amount of props, man. I don't even be looking at it. All these motherfuckers sitting at minus 120. But I'm getting over and under 22 for Lou Williams, and I like this shit. I like Lou Williams to score point. Like I said, I think we're gonna see buckets from both teams. You know what I'm saying tonight. So I'm Gallinari. His at 19. I trust Lou to get there more, but I mean Gallo, he gonna get some shot. He gonna get his shots tonight too. I just don't know if he can make them. We know Lou, he gonna get to the foul line. He can get in the hole, hit threes. He gonna get fouled on a couple of 3-pointers. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely like that over 21, 22, whatever. Just I don't want to lay that 120, man, but I do like it. I'm this close from betting that prop in my book.
No doubt, I like that too. And Max, man, your quick breakdown, real quick, 'cause we're running out of time, and I still gotta get these stats too on this game, brother. So, what side are you on? And quickly, man, what makes you take it? And what prop do you like in this game, Max?
I'm on the Golden State, as I said. They're looking already towards the second round. That Lou Williams is really nice. I'm gonna look into it if my book has it. You guys got to remember, he dropped 50 on this team before. The last 2 games, he hasn't got up really much because they haven't been available to exploit that Boogie Cousins when they put him up in the pick and roll. He's a really bad defender of that, and Lou Williams pretty much just strolled to the basket and got his easy points. But yeah, said tonight they're desperate. He will get to the foul line as he always does. He's a great free throw shooter, and he's really clutch. He's one of the more clutch players in the NBA. If you have been watching him this season, so it feels like a steal to get him at over 22 points. Definitely worth putting down a small bet on it. I'm leaning towards Golden State today. They should really get this game over with really fast.
No, no doubt, no doubt. I didn't know you were still talking. When you're still going on my screen, my fault. To me, they can't stop KD. Bottom line, ever since that bullshit came up, they have not been able to stop KD. KD is 39 for 68 field goal. You got Clay balling out there right now. I mean, Curry knocked down 18 threes. Clippers getting out-rebounded 190 to 150 in the series. You got to get about 40 rebounds in the series. That's right there. That tells you. Gallinari is struggling. Him and Lou. You're going to lose a top scorer. Gallinari's out here struggling. 19 for 64, and him and Lou lead the team in turnovers right now for him. Got Montrezl Harrell. He's the only one really up there balling. This guy's actually knocking down shots. He's 31 for 42, and they grabbed 22 rebounds. That's why I'm a little confused on why they don't put Lou, him, and Gallinari on the court right now at the same time, especially when you're in desperation mode. I mean, he's Harrell's 30. Yeah, the only thing he's messing up at is he's 1 for 14 from deep. Golden State's averaged 21 fast break points versus this team. Golden State's put up 35 first quarter points versus the Clippers 23. They put up 69 first half points versus the 52. I know what kind of heart the Clippers going to have in the first quarter. That's part of the reason why I'm hanging a little bit off in the first quarter. Maybe they show a little bit of heart, and I can get that first half audio -9. I can get it -6.5, 5.5, somewhere around there, and still capitalize with a -9. That's what I'm looking for coming into this game right here. Prop-wise, KD. KD's prop is the prop that I feel we have to take. He's going to ball his ass off. That I was kind of looking towards the Clay prop, even though Clay put up numbers last game. He's the one seeing this game mean something tonight. And I don't know, Jim, question for you. Do you think Steph Curry has kind of lost a step too? I mean, we kind of saw this year with Westbrook in the Dame matchup. During the year, I watched Golden State a lot too. Do you see Steph Curry losing a step at all? Or have he lost a step?
Steph Curry's lost a little bit of a weight. He's stayed out of the weight room a little bit because a lot of people were saying, I don't know if you remember him about a year and a half ago, but he was more ripped than he is now. Not ripped. Ripped's not the right word. I guess he was more muscular. Because ripped is like a sort of a different, like a fucking Street Fighter ripped. He just had too much muscle on him, and he'd slow down a little bit. People have been talking to him about that, saying, "Stay out of the gym. You need to keep your quickness." So I think that Steph is fine, but there's a killer instinct that certain players have that, even though I know Steph is 3-time champion and he's a monster and he believes in himself completely and totally, but there's a certain killer instinct that some people have, and it's sort of, and I don't mean to get personal, but it's sort of based on your life and where you've come from. And when you see Dame hitting that 3-pointer, it's just, there's a different mentality with guys like Dame and Lou, and I don't, you know, Steph was in Toronto when his dad was playing for the Raptors, and he's had a cushy life. He's had a real nice life, and it's never stopped being wonderful. And these guys who fought through real drama, I want the ball in their hands 3 seconds, 2 seconds with Paul George in their face. Now, Steph is a monster, a Hall of Famer. He's been called the second best point guard after Magic. I'm not saying anything. I don't want to say anything negative about Steph, but he's lost weight. He's always going to be quick. Is he a killer on the floor? I guess from the perimeter. I guess, but I guess I'm being maybe a little too personal about his cushy upbringing. I don't know.
No, he had
he's a
silver
bitch?
spoon. You right? Him and Klay Thompson and shit. They both have silver spoons. You know what I mean? And I feel the same way about Kevin Love. I mean, like I said, we used to turn up at Love's little beach houses, little beach boy little thing parties. He used to have way back in the day. So yeah, they come from a cushy life. They definitely didn't come from the same walks of life where we was coming from. Where it took me a lot to get to them parties. You know what I mean? You don't know what I had to go through. So they don't know the struggle. But like you said, touched on Dave, man, doing what he did yesterday. He did it not just for him, for his city, for his family, for us in Portland. I mean, the guys in Portland. That was an achievement right there. That was an accomplishment, man. That was something remarkable, man. And that was something that even I had to hop off the OKC, hop on the Blazers yesterday. Man, I just felt that moment right there for it. But we run out of time. It's always a pleasure having all you guys on the show. Jay Money, you want to tell them what you on once again tonight, man, and anything you want to add, and then pass it to Max and pass it to Jim, and then we get him out of here.
Yeah, no, I'm with Jimmy on that with the Curry. I mean, it's pretty much his size, but really, I don't know. Really, other than that, I don't know. I'm with you on that, Jimmy, wholeheartedly. And it's not just the background on that, but as far as my plays today, man, I'm on the Rockets the first quarter and the first half, and I'm on the over in that game, over to 213. I still like it at 214 as well. And then I like the Warriors. I did take the Warriors in the third quarter, -4, except the 4.5 now. I still like it, and I'm on the over, man. I'm on the over 232.5 or 233. I think we see baskets galore tonight. I think that the Warriors gonna turn up, and I think that the Clippers, you know what I'm saying, they'll score a few points in this game as well. So I hope that this one gets up and over the total. And y'all know it's y'all go and follow me on Twitter at JMoneyIsMoney, man. And we're gonna have some big shit coming tomorrow.
Mr. Max.
Yeah, I just want to touch on it. Steph Curry does not have that Mike Tyson killer instinct. But back to the capping. Rockets first quarter -3. I took also Houston Rockets -5 first half. Full game Houston -8. Capella over 1.5 assists. I think Jimmy touched on it, but I don't know if he took the play. But I'm also on Mr. Pringles, also known as Joe Ingles, under 19.5. That's points, rebounds, and assists. I'm on Golden State -5 first quarter. Golden State Warriors third quarter -3.5. I lean towards the -9 first half. Haven't taken it. I haven't taken the full game spread either. And I'm tailing J Money on the over 232 points full game.
No doubt. Well, thank you guys, man. Jimmy, It's always a pleasure having you on the show, man. You've been dropping off some props for us today, and I like them all, man. You want to tell them what you finally tell, what you guys just tell, but what you took since you've been on King's Court today, and any hockey play you want to drop off before it kicked off, or in play, Jimmy, you have in mind?
Yeah, definitely. First off, thank you guys so much for having me. What a great group of cappers. What an incredible chat. I did decide to only take Gobert rebounds, and that was the chat kind of leading me in that direction. I took over 11.5 rebounds at minus 120. And then I took the Harden double-double prop at plus 120 from Tom. That's a great play, Tom. I love it. I absolutely love it. On this late game, and then I'm on the over 214. I got 214 on the show. I got 214.5 when I bet it. I would have much rather got 212, but I was kind of late to the party. We'll see if that hurts me. I would have taken the Jazz to cover this game had it not again be being moved by what everybody's saying in the chat and you guys believing in the Rockets. Although I do notice that I know that there has been a couple Rockets full game, but a lot of people liking Rockets early and not as many liking Rockets full game. But I'm just trying to figure out exactly what I'm going to do with Lou Williams. I'm going to take the over 21.5 points with Lou, and that's been the market's moving towards the under in that bet. So I'm getting minus 115 on the over, but if I want it under, be minus 125. And then I'm trying to get Lou Williams 3-pointers made up here right now. But man, it's a treat to roll with you. And as these games get bigger, the player props are going to get bigger. And we'll see how I do tonight. I did though, in all honesty, I am making these $100 bets, not 150, which is my regular NBA unit size. Because I'm making a few of them, I want to sort of see how it rolls, and I don't want to dive in too deep. So they are just $100 bets at this point. But King, Jay, Max, love working with you guys. Thank you guys for having me. And all love to the King's Court and Royal family in the chat. Much love to all you guys.
No doubt. Well, man, we want to thank Jimmy for joining us, man, the stand-up guy. If you haven't checked this show out, man, they come on every single day, twice a day. I've kind of got a little buzz over here. So you guys got to subscribe to SBR right here and turn the notifications on and get that shit for the times. I'll go to my Twitter and we retweet, find Jimmy, find all of us, man. We a group, a family. Everybody help out each other, man. So you'll find our name somewhere in there. But you go here right now, subscribe to SBR. That's my man, Jimmy the Bag. That's my brother, this is Jay Money, and that's my other brother from across the country, Sit Back Max, man. I'm King Real. My plays on the board. I'm about to get off in here, roll up. I'll be in playing real soon with y'all on Twitter, man. God bless. Thank y'all for tuning in, and good luck.